Are you ready to unleash your full potential and become unstoppable in your success and leadership?
Welcome to the Unleashed and Unstoppable podcast, where we provide powerful insights and strategies for coaches, corporate leaders, and entrepreneurs. I'm Alexanne Carter.
And I'm Carol Register, and we're certified master neurocoaches who are passionate about helping you overcome your limiting beliefs and optimize your performance.
Each week, we'll be sharing actionable tips and strategies using neuroscience, from interviews with industry experts to solo episodes, to help you lead a life of power, purpose, and possibility on your own terms.
Join our community of like-minded individuals. Hit subscribe now, and let's be unleashed and unstoppable together. Hey.
Oh my God. As I live and breathe, look who's here. Look who shows up. You turn one way, you turn the other way, and there she is. How do you get here? Where do you come from? You flying in? Oh, what's going on? Come on. You're a pilot, aren't you? Tell me the truth, Carol Register. And then the only thing I want to ask, and then we'll go from there, is where's the name Register from? Please tell me.
It is actually got a Welsh background. It's my married name. I'm widowed. And they were registrars. They were accountants and bookkeepers.
Can you imagine? You know, I love accounts. You know, it's funny. I went to Boston University my second year. And here's how my life was. I was on the wrestling team just because I thought I should be. No other reason. And I knew that nobody could catch me. They couldn't hold on to me long enough. I was gone. So I was excelling in wrestling without actually wrestling, which was interesting. I was also in the theater arts program. And I said to myself, Johnny, get yourself ready for life. You better just be good at numbers. Take that accounting class. So I went to the accounting class. I sat down. I looked around and I said, no. I'll hire an accountant. But you know, the truth is, hey, listen, the better we are at our numbers, you know, the better in life we are. But I'm good at numbers. I'm not a big math guy, but here I am. And I did go for intermediate algebra. What else did I do? Calculus. I did calculus. And then I hired an accountant who robbed me. So then I said, you'll never rob anybody again. God bless. I'm kidding. But everybody thinks, you know, people get a bad rap. Lawyers, right? For instance, right? Lawyers,
yeah, for sure.
Your lawyers, your poor lawyers get such a bad rap because she was taken advantage of once. They think, well, then everybody must be that way. That's not true. Come on. We have nice girlfriends and bad ones. Now, Carol Regis is probably saying, Johnny, I already know you. You'll never stop talking unless I literally put the mute button on. You know, I have a friend. She's my co-executive project.
I actually do want to ask you a question. I want you to talk about the Vegas series. I want the Vegas series and what you're doing on the E Network right now. Just like I'm here to spotlight you. Let's blow it up and let's talk about it.
You know, it's funny. I get texts because I don't turn them off. One guy, God bless him. He has a house that's possessed. Yeah, a house that's possessed. I won't give you the exact, but a lot of people know him. So my pop-up goes, David, paranormal. So what's going on? It's Thanksgiving. We're going to be shut down. But they're right. Everybody's on the, you know, listen, and I praise everybody. I mean, you're trying to get a project done. You're trying to, you know, get things done. And I'm all for, you know, don't sit back and wait. See, for instance, CVS just called me, said I got $5 off, you know, and it keeps on going. You know what? Our phones just keep on getting. Come on. How many great relationships would we have if they were like social media? Everything ends up okay, but that doesn't end up like that in real life. Come on, Carol Register. I love your name. Here I am, Carol Register. What do you need to know? You want to know about the show?
I want to know about the show. And actually, this is, it's January 1st of 2024. It's the New Year's special. And I love your comedy. I love when you're in the flow. It just rolls. It's your gift. So we're here to celebrate the new year. We're here to celebrate you and to just have fun and laugh and play. And
please, I was on something I did with Mr. Eric and his father this morning, because I love those guys.
Eric
I love
Zuli.
Eric. Yeah, I love Eric, and I love his dad, Jim. He's just a sweet guy. He's more than meets the eye with Jim. He's a very loving, caring human being. And I like to surround myself with those people, and that's why I have ex-wives. That's not true. But we can always rise to a great place, and we should. I always say, hey, if you feel, things aren't right today, well, find the humor. Yeah. Find the dance. Yeah. And even if you don't dance and you're not funny, find it, because you'll be happy you did. That's my medicine. Other people have medication, real medication, which I'm against. I go, my God, some people go, well, I take this for this and I take that for that. And Carol, I don't get, listen, when I was growing up, all the women, the wives, I knew what they had in their medicine chest. Everybody was taking the same thing to feel okay. And even in the last handful of years, how do you feel okay? Oh, hold on, Johnny. I got one more item. What? Bottle of wine. And I get it. But it became like that was their go-to. Yeah. Just to get through the day. It numbs
the pain. Yeah. It's our way of escape.
Because we can surround ourselves with the help that we should have and the support, the groups and the support, because those are great people, we hope. But then ultimately we make that choice, But the help is healing. Don't be afraid. That's right. Too many people go, oh, no. I'd rather isolate and eventually not live on this earth. And that's what they do. But we know that. I've been through the worst of it, the best of it, and still I'm only 5'4". Which is not really fair, because I thought the more you help people, the taller you get. I thought that until the doctor said at a screening recently, Johnny, you're 5'3" and a gun. I said, you know what, doctor? You're much shorter than me, because this is the last time I come to see you. And I'm kidding. I'm joking, but I'm going,
Johnny,
oh my God.
I want to pause for a second. One of the things what you just said was so powerful. And I don't want us to skip past this, because this is a huge part of what Alex, Leanna, and I do here with the neuroscience. It really is about stepping into the best version of you through leadership, through celebration, through the ability to heal. And the big thing is healing your limiting money stories. This is the niche I have that I help you with. You can heal. And I just want you to lean in and listen. There are ways for healing. Your brain will lead you down a safety path, and it may include some of that escapism. So I want you, listener, to ask yourself if any of those things are on your list. And I want you to know that there are tools available for you to live a fulfilled and satisfied and joyous life in peace. Well, I know, because I've done this and I do it.
Let me tell you something. Well, a big problem that people have also, I was just looking for something. Oh, there's my little hat. All right. There's my cute little hat. I love this because this makes me feel rich.
I love it.
All right. John, you're so cute. God bless you. It's important to tell yourself.
Listen, and to be able to celebrate is huge. It's a huge factor for our brains. And so, what happens is we get on this go cycle, and it's always like goal next. Oh, let me go take something or escape with the wine, because I'm never pausing to reward myself and let my brain know, hey, this is a celebration. This is a good thing. And I want you to start out 2024 in the best possible way, living to the highest version of yourself. I want you to know what's available for you. And comedy and celebrating and great and healthy rewards are a key part of you living your best life.
Yeah, very, very important. All that you said. But yeah, don't buy into all your all your excuses, which means nothing. But I did something around that. I was working on a project, and we put a piece together about excuses. You could be the head of Netflix, or you could be, just starting out and working as a barista at Starbucks Coffee, selling me chaya, something.
It's
Or whatever you call it. But
I like chai.
Yeah, of course you do. Who wouldn't, for God's sake? But just I only say it because people say it so often. Got to be something to it. But our highest power, as you say. There's no excuse. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And I don't even live by the word hope. When my young clients go, well, I hope, Johnny, I hope this. I hope. And I say, nope. That's not my vocabulary. No, I love the word hope. Don't get me wrong, but I love it as a name of an ex-girlfriend I once used to know, and I think I like her again. I hope I meet her someday in the future. But my other girl's name was Faith, who plays Corky Sherwood on Murphy Brown. She's actually partnered with me on a book release. I am always segueing into something. But Faith Ford, I remember I went to Faith's. We dated for about 7 years, and now we're the best of friends. I think we're better friends now than we were when we were dating, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's nice.
But Louisiana girl, Baptist. I went to her apartment once where I used to stay and hang with her, and I opened my doors and I started playing the song "You Gotta Have Faith." And it was, I forget who sang it. And you got to have faith, faith, faith.
Yeah.
And I played it loud so everybody heard, including the neighbor upstairs where she was living. And he came out and he looked down at me and he said in 2 words, "It's over." He was just trying to let me know that my relationship was definitely over with Faith Ford as a boyfriend. But we are best of friends today, and it was very funny. But
I remember her well. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Faith and I are literally as best a friend could ever get. Having had a relationship when we were younger. But very, very close today. Her family and her sisters, and Devin O'Day is a very famous young lady in Nashville. Her real name's Suzanne Ford, but her name is Devin O'Day. When she changed her name, as she was asked to said, "Hey, Devin, change your name, see what happens." She did, and hit the top of the business of radio.
Wow. Interesting.
Top. And that's a change, and it's a name change. But now that's back.
Yeah.
A lot of years ago, the name. Because when she sent everything out with her real name, no response.
There was quite a few people who did that. Yes. I had a
Devin O'Day, look her up, note it. You'll love me for telling you. She's just a real special human. And she's a big shot over in Nashville in radio and so forth and so on. So her and her sister, Faith wrote the foreword to my book called My Life as Johnny V. Who's Johnny V? Johnny V's from the reality series Scott Baio's 45 and Single, which I played the biggest a-hole possible. But if you listen to the guy and you really heard what he was saying, he was brilliant, my guy. And I talk about him in the third person because what I was letting people know was real life. Yeah. And as they went back on at the first season, they loathed the Johnny V. The second season, they said, "Oh, we want to help him.
Yeah,
we know he knows things about men, and we want to know what he knows." Mm-hmm. So I was really performing, but in my performance is always laced with reality of life. When I got the deal with Paramount Plus, a deal on paper, I was helping her and her family. I won't say her name, but she was the VP. How was I helping her? I just happened to be that guy. And we were talking and I said, da, 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 da. And there was this intimate conversation about life, which anybody could have with anybody. You see, don't ever be afraid of that. You know what I mean? So even if I'm talking the head of, sometimes you have to, know who you're talking to and certain things you can say and not say. But I kind of, as I go along, I see the conversation, I understand it, and I say what I'm comfortable with. But when I spoke to people recently about a show that I'm doing with 2 Swedish producers called Being Pippi. Who's Pippi? Pippi Longstocking. Now, these two people, they're from Sweden. Of course, they think they own Pippi Longstocking, but they don't. But I'm in business with one of the real Pippis, et cetera, et cetera. But besides that, being Pippi is a project that they wrote. They wrote some other things, husband and wife team. And I was told by a Swedish girl, said, hey, Johnny, be careful because what you say, because they're straight-laced, they're da-da-da. So the minute I got on, I mean, exactly what I did with you, from the first second, I completely was not going in line with what the Swedish people are supposed to be like. That is a bunch of stupidity. Be yourself. I don't care. And believe me, I was myself, and we're going into a deal with this company, a distribution deal, which we have every place to distribute except Sweden.
You know,
why
Johnny,
am I saying that?
You said a couple of really important things. One, talking about our connection in the quantum field, we're all connected. Like it or not, we are all connected, right?
Right.
So when you were talking about the character that you were playing, you know, on the show with Scott Baio is 45 and single, which, by the way, you produced, which was #1 on VH1. And you produced that for several seasons. You know, you were playing a character, and you mentioned through these characters, you're letting us know about real life, and you're letting us know about the relationships, the connections, right? And the authenticity of just being yourself, you know, just going with the flow.
But let me just tell you,
I love this.
I'm such a genius. I had the run of the show, directing, producing, writing the next scene, putting Johnny V in every ounce of that show I could be in, as I stayed true to who I felt Johnny V was. He wasn't Johnny V. A part of him was, but the rest of it was this character, Johnny V to the 10th power. You know, I was the conscience of Scott Baio. I said what he maybe wouldn't say. It didn't matter. It was all within the show and then not within the show. But the comedy always was there. And I took advantage because most of the people in the show were not actors. They were just walking through, except for, what's his name from Wonder Years? The older brother from Wonder Years.
From Wonder Years.
Jason Lively. Jason Lively. Yeah. No. Jason Lively? No. What's
I don't know who it is. I can't think of it.
Oh my God, I can't think of his name. But he was one of the producers also. He was a well-known actor from Wonder Years, and so forth.
Well, you've worked with so many people. You've worked with Danny Bonaducci. You've worked with Charlie Sheen. You've worked with, I mean, who haven't you worked with? Right, Todd Bridges and.
And so, a lot of those shows also I was like the guy to go to. I was creating celeb reality TV shows with Todd Bridges, Scott Baio. What's his name?
Christopher
back to Blue Lagoon.
From the Blue Lagoon. Christopher Alkins.
Christopher who?
Is it Alkins? Was it? Or was it? No. It was Christopher Watkins, right?
No. Christopher Walken's the actor. What's his name?
From the Blue Lagoon.
Christopher Atkins.
Yes.
Did you say Atkins?
Yeah.
Christopher Atkins. But I realized there was a niche, and the people loved that time. As right now, they're loving it again because I'm on contract to do a new series for the Entertainment Network, House of Villains, which they brought back all the villains from the years that I was doing Scott Baio's 45 and Single. I was nominated through Fox TV for I became the favorite villain because I always did it with love. But I literally, Carol, created the scenes in this show that millions, you have to understand the power, I already know, of millions and millions tuning in. The show played 20 times a day. So millions were watching. Well, what is Johnny going to do at that next moment?
You leaning into you and you leaning into the gifts you have is everything. It's like, it's why you're here on this earth. It's what you're meant to do. And,
but we don't know. We don't know right away. We just, you see, with me, you know, a great moment was a guy turning back from his cab as he's leaving me off at Metro and says to me, thank you for talking to me.
Mm.
And I said, wow, that's all he had to say. Now, I know that already. I know what I leave a person with. I know it. It's not a bad thing to know.
Even if you don't see it. And I think that's something to really lean into is because
I don't see it. I don't do it to see it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
telling
don't
you now.
see the proof.
I literally enjoy the process. I love it. I ran restaurants. I talk to people. That's what made the restaurant successful.
Yeah.
Partially. Because everybody wanted to come in and say, hey.
It's true. It's the same with mine. You literally, you don't have to do anything but other than walk through the room and talk to people, and it lights everything up. Everybody gets happy. I love that. When somebody who's a restaurant owner or manager comes through and says, hey, how are you? How's it going? It's like, wow, this made it really special. Thank you so much.
It's crazy. It's so great. It's so great. And I'm always very humorous. Somebody turned to me around recently. She's a good friend, but I know she's on pins and needles, and I know she's not settled. But it's very difficult to talk to her. God bless her. And I kind of pulled away as a friend because it's become too difficult. Mm-hmm. She's not found a comfortable place, and I feel bad, but if I talk about it, she will separate, and so I just say things here and there. But I was going to say there was a point about this that some people are, well, we already know, are their own worst enemy. There was something I was going to say.
But is it about being able to be in the places where the energy is good and where the, Jim Rohn said, you are the 5 people that you hang out with the most.
He's right.
It about
and he's so right. We don't realize that. Your life goes so quick, meaning if you let it. And then there are the people that I say to, because sometimes I need the moments, and they go, well, want to go fishing, Johnny? Want to go for a run? Want to go for a hike? Now I know I need that hike.
Yeah.
Because when I'm there and I'm in the moments of not having to be in every moment that I have to be at, or I think I have to be at, it's great. It's relieving. My meditation in New York City was taking the elevator from the first floor to the 60th floor, because it was a good time. Nobody could bother me, and we were good. I could actually meditate for a second. And then, but we always find our places, but we need that more in our lives, the meditation and the moments that we chill. I mean, I was at someone dragged me to a
friend you can
drum.
talk to.
You have a drum circle. You ever hear of that?
Yeah, I have. And I partially participated in one. Yeah.
Oh, no, I fully did. I was in Vegas, and a girl, she gave me the drums. She gave me the whole thing. I can't drum, but oh my God, was I a good drummer that day. But because as I tell anyone, if you're going to do something, don't go halfway, do it. If you're in that moment, you're there for a reason. Just go for the gusto, fall right on your face, look stupid. If you have to look ridiculous, look more ridiculous than you could ever imagine you could be. And that's when you're going to go at the end of the day. Wow, this was a successful day. This is a day that's helped me change. This is a day that's helped me chill.
Yeah.
Taking stress from me, just brilliantly, but we all need that, and it's not, and that's a very difficult place to be, to actually heal. And how are you going to heal? Do you know the ways? I always say to anyone, like I said to somebody recently, being involved in those health groups. I just said that maybe on someone's, maybe on Eric's thing. But
because of the neuroplasticity we have, because of the neuroscience, I do have a clear, simple process, but it would be very egotistical or arrogant of me to say it's the only way to heal. It's the way to, it's a journey that has helped me. And so that's why I want to share it with people and say, hey, this works. And there's some proven science behind it. But I agree with you. It's a journey. And anytime we're starting to put ourselves out there and grow and up level, our brains are going to be uncomfortable. We're going to feel the discomfort of that.
Right. And exactly. Our brains are going to be uncomfortable. Isn't that a great place to be? Seriously. Yeah. Be uncomfortable in your own skin. Otherwise, you're not making any moves. Yeah. You don't have to always be comfortable, because being uncomfortable gets you to a comfortable place. I believe.
Yes.
If you were watching your every
That's
move
exactly
this way
right.
and that way,
Yeah.
but there are
Because
ways.
we wire in new neural networks, so we're uncomfortable. It's temporary. We wire in new neural networks, and that becomes our new comfort zone. Comfort zone is kind of a faulty word because it's really a place of tension. Nobody wants to sit on the couch in their pajamas all day long. Nobody.
What do you call that again?
It's okay for productive rest, but it would get pretty boring pretty fast.
The worst thing that will get to you, that will change you, not for the better, but for the worse, is isolating. And we all like to do it. I meet people all the time, successful people. What did you do? Well, no, I'm not going out this week. What? Now, I get it. Don't get me wrong, because writers, performers, creators, I also tell them, don't go out, stay in, get your project done, because that's the only way we get it done, really, without the outside. But at the same time, there's a limit, and you have to be.
There's a difference between isolating and shrinking back and taking intentional, productive time to rest, productive rest, to be creative. Correct. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. So important, right? I mean, as you grow older, you get older, you go. You realize, okay, wait, this is simple.
Yeah.
When I was on the radio with Bonaducci, I remember this girl calling in. It's so funny. And I was playing the role of Johnny V, but on radio, and Danny Bonaducci left the room, and he said to me, I said, Danny, where are you going? I've never done this, not like this. I mean, I've done things. He says, Johnny, I already know. If all else fails, he said to me, you will talk.
Perfect.
And he was right. And the girl calls in, and I'm playing the role. Oh, I want to blame my mother, blame this. I blame, everybody likes to blame. I said, don't look back in anger.
Yeah.
Don't blame. Take the responsibility. Move forward. You're ready. Yeah. Now, I know, and not everybody is so ready. So, and I get it. Because I like to be the guy that does. Oh wait, hold on a second. Let me just flash the wand, and you're good now. Of course you're good, but it's not always that easy. I get it. Although I do preach that, meaning getting better at you is every day process.
Right.
Don't take any time off. I don't really mean that, but. Be proactive. Too many people, too many women, men. Oh my God, what are they doing?
Yeah.
And you could surround, there's so much available to us now.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a day you couldn't get on the net, my friend, and find the support group for whatever, for a loss of a sibling or death in the family, whatever it is, we can find that support. Oh my God, how great is that?
It's changed so much, right?
Everybody's in AAA, and I get it. It's okay. They're in debts. They're in for drinking, for drugs. Listen, I'm for anything. I believe if you find a way to climb back up the ladder and get better, we'll do it. Yeah. Which brings me to my show called My Life as Johnny V. America's favorite reality star is now famous in Las Vegas. Who doesn't want to be famous in Las Vegas? You think it's all about Elvis? Well, I met a lot of Elvises when I was out there, just to let you know, as they were filming.
Soleil, of course.
Absolutely, but Elvises, miserable, unhappy, disgusted Presley impersonators. And one guy, they were filming me up close, because I'm a genius at, I'll do some filming with you there. You're a non-actor, but all of a sudden you completely forget about the camera, and you're eating out of my hand and doing wonderful things. So Elvis, in front of the famous Las Vegas sign, old one, I met and I said to him, so-and-so, and he was pretty not nice. And then I saw that his collar, on his big collar, was wrinkled, that it was standing up. So I said, wait, excuse me a second. And they were filming, and I fixed his collar. And he completely was dumbfounded. From that moment on, he became Elvis to the 12th power. He was loving life. He just couldn't believe that, everything he had said prior, which was miserable, horrific stuff, he left that moment just because I showed some kindness. It was brilliant.
He was brilliant, creating a reality. And he
That's who I
shifted
am.
and created a new reality.
He shifted. Yeah. He did. It was how great that was. The people that don't are the people I love, because usually they do. Whoever it is in life. Mm. But it's great. It's great to have that ability, and then to really, I was dancing in front of the Bellagio. Now, if you ever remember the Bellagio, they play music there to the fountain. Mm-hmm. There was an Italian song that was playing. I was with a few of the camera guys, and I decided to do a piece in front of the fountain that was all dance, no words, not a word did I speak. But everybody, I was like a clown. I was like a modern version of Charlie Chaplin, what I really was. I say that because someone penned that, said that to me. Mm-hmm. So there I am listening to this great Italian, I forget, it's an opera. It's a very famous Italian piece, and dancing with people that wanted to dance, wouldn't dance, couldn't dance, shouldn't dance, did dance. The autistic young lady and her mother, who probably will never forget those moments. Mm. And then, I had another one to tell you. I forget.
So you're creating moments for yourself in your life.
It's crazy.
It's living life amazing. To the full with abundance and enjoying it.
So that's the show has to do with me climbing the ladder back to the top. So now Johnny V's come from, Hollywood. Now he's coming to Las Vegas to create his success again. As I talk to every celebrity, non-celebrity, should never be celebrity, and just really wonderful, amazing people. Wow. So it encompasses it all. And then that's the doc. That's what it ends up being, this docu pick, 90 minutes of this brilliance of this modern day Charlie Chaplin, who doesn't do it on his own. None of us do it on our own. Right. We just use other people in a good way.
We connect,
not use them in a bad
people.
way, because it's all about collaboration anyway, right? Right. So we collaborate in life, as we collaborate in business, as we collaborate in relationships, and we're hopefully smart about our times. I have a book release. Now, the book is also called My Life as Johnny V. And Faith then partnered up with me. There's a major showing of her and my life with her. So people get to be privy with that personality.
And when is this release happening?
They're working on the release right now. I think we're going to have we're going to have a little event about the launch, and so forth. So
let's keep your eye out for that.
Oh no! You know what I forgot completely?
What?
Are people listening to us right now?
Yeah.
Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, I completely thought it was just me and Carol. That's how intimate I am. My life, I totally forgot Carol Register is talking to people. But that's what we do. If we can forget that we're talking, then maybe we're at our most brilliant.
This is the best. Yes, because it's authentic conversation.
Yeah, it is authentic conversation. And the book, soon to be launched, is really, so I partnered with Faith Ford, who does the forward, and many, many great people that give me amazing testimonials. And it's what a wonderful thing when guys, just listen to this one. Go out there. Talk to a handful of people that you used to know and ask them what they thought of you. Now, I know that's scary, but it could be really thought-provoking and really could be a game changer for you.
Yeah. What a great exercise.
Because you never know. I mean, be safe about it, but it's not a bad exercise. So then the book is each chapter is actually performed live. I say performed because when the people who are producing the book with me said, Johnny, we want to change the thing. We want to make the words right. We want to correct every piece. I says, no, leave it as I would say it.
I love
leave
that.
It as I would think it.
Being able to do it messy.
That's the point. I want these people that are going to see it live and are going to see the words to experience me. That's the point. I don't want it perfect. I want it imperfect, just like I love people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't give me the perfect soul or the perfect situation. And everybody out there listening, you don't need the perfect situation to move forward in your life. You need the situation that is challenging to you, that you're going to make perfect, that you're going to make rise to the perfect place. Don't live in perfection.
Failure's the first attempt in learning.
You know, when I teach, and I'm a coach, entertainment life coach, I teach students, I tell them right away, listen, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to do great things. I don't pull any punches. I want to see your greatest talents. But now it's your responsibility to be a genius. And they
Johnny
look at
B,
me.
Talk to me about gaining access.
Yeah, well, gaining access is something I'm working on with Eric, EZ. And, you know, it really has to do with a gentleman who took me aside named Sam Nicholson, who owns a studio, visual effects studio in Pasadena. And I went to him because we were working on some projects. I wanted to bring him in on it. And he's one of the #1 guys in the business, by the way. And he wasn't always that. He even invented something about the camera, real time. Wow. He worked on for years. But his hard work is what put him in the driver's seat today. But even in our meeting, he said to me, Johnny, gaining access. I said, what are you talking about? He was just talking. I go, still today, that's what I do. And he's quite successful. And now I don't not tell some. I've been telling my students, people I work with for years.
Because you're an entertainment life coach, right?
I am an entertainment life coach, correct. Yeah. I'm not the norm. No. You could be in a group class with me. You could have a violinist, an opera singer, a performer, and a dancer all in one place, but creating, period. Yeah. Creating their talent as they all collaborate. How great is that these different talents could collaborate under one roof? It's beautiful. The violinist from New York, from Carnegie Hall, is dancing with the dancer. Yeah. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yes, Entertainment Life Coach, I will change the game. You know, you could get in touch with me through EZ. Also, my email's askjohnny, JOHNNYV @gmail.com. Carol will probably post that.
We'll have it in the show notes. And please, Johnny, I just want to mention one other thing about you as we wrap up here. I happen to know that he does a lot with humanitarian causes, including on behalf of women. You listener, high achiever, female entrepreneur and corporate leader. I want you to know that he does a lot of this. He supports breast cancer and many other things. So I wanted to bring that up about you, Johnny, because I'm most appreciative.
Well, you're very nice, Carol. You know, listen, guys, and this is not just a comment to patronize anybody. We're all under one roof now. With life the way it is today in 2024, we're all under one roof. We are, whether you like it or not, in a good way. You know, and I say celebrate the one roof. I love the people that I mean. I say sometimes, oh my God, you're mixed, aren't you? One girl said, what do you mean I'm mixed? I didn't mean mixed up. I meant you come from different places. I just maybe said it the wrong way. But how beautiful is that? How beautiful is that?
I'm mixed.
The times are now, and they're good times. As we go through turmoil, all that we do, we will come to a good place. Yeah. This is a time for change and a time for brilliance. As you know, I'm not going to say go and hug your neighbor, but go and hug your neighbor. Find the love in the relationship. You'd be surprised at the people you look at and you loathe. And God, give them a little hug, give them a little nudge. And all of a sudden you're going, well, you know, this guy's a good guy. I like to find the good in anyone. No matter what. And I believe there's great.
When we loathe somebody, it's a mirror for us. It's pointing back to us. We can't know to loathe something in them if we haven't experienced it within ourselves, because we wouldn't know what it is. We'd be in ignorance of it. We wouldn't have the capacity or ability to loathe. But
right. Actually, yes. Before I forget, with Eric EZ now, gaining access, rising to your greatest potential is about like that guy from, the studios in Pasadena said to me, you got to every day create that access, and get in touch with someone who could help you rise to the greatest potential. Maybe it's a support group. Maybe that's what you need to get in touch with your grace. Whatever it be, don't hold back. Please get in touch with me. The show is gaining access because it helps you gain access in dance, in special makeup, visual effects, singing, and in many facets of the business of entertainment. And then we bring the real people in that are the great successful people that are in these different venues of the entertainment business to help you and teach you. So you then gain access with someone who will stay with you for years to come as your life will be changed because you're creating the most powerful person that you could ever be, but should be. We all should be powerful, men, women. I mean, does it not end? Men that are women, women that are men. God bless you all. This is what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, never say no, because it will happen. It could happen. Surround yourself that will help you create the success. And that includes me, Johnny V, and Carol Register. Oh my God, look at you! Just from the word register, look at what we created. I love that they named you Register. You're wonderful, Miss Register, and Carol, and all those people around you. Yes, please reach out, and Carol.
We'll have it in the show notes, and we'll be together in the pitch parties on the Easy Way Network and with Eric Zuley. And
do you have my Instagram in your show notes?
We will I will get that from you so that we can make sure that you have it. Okay. Yeah.
Crash and Johnny V is what it is. But please don't hesitate to reach out to me, guys, because, if I can't help you, I will find someone who can. I have no problem with that. If I'm not right, I'll find the right person. Yeah. I do it every day. I help people in business create success just by putting them in touch. That's what I do. Eric Z. Zuley, God bless you. Where are you? Right now, I want lunch. Do you cook? I'm a good cook. Carol Register, you are sweet. Please call me anytime. And
I sure
let's
will.
keep this going.
I would love that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for bringing value to all of us. Guys, we'll be back next week. So exciting with
Happy holidays, everybody. God bless.
Have a wonderful 2024. And ciao for now.
Right? Ciao for now. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Unleashed Unstoppable podcast with your hosts, Alexander Carter and Carol Register.
If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review, and subscribe.
That's all for this episode, Wildly Ambitious Leaders. See you next week.